Hello everyone and welcome to our next art lesson. This art lesson is called Frogland. And today we're going to be doing the first video. There's going to be two videos. There are going to be two videos. This first video we're going to do our warm-up. We're going to be practicing drawing frogs from different perspectives, okay? So to give you an idea of what we're going to be doing, I'm going to show you some examples of Joey, Sammy, and Sarah's artwork from when they were in first grade. So here we go. This one is Joey's. Here's his frog. And we're going to be using oil pastels to do this. So those are in your art supplies. That one was Joey's. This one is Sammy's right here. He did two frogs in his Frogland. And here is Sarah's. She did two frogs as well in her Frogland. And if you notice, all three of them turned out totally differently, okay? So we are going to do our own Frogland, drawing with oil pastels. But before we do that, we have to practice drawing frogs. So the art materials that you need for today are the following. You need a pencil and an eraser. You need these out of your art supplies. You need these two right here. They're front and back, so there are 4 different drawing aids for how to draw a frog. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's just 2 pieces of paper, but 4 different ways to draw a frog. Go get those, as well as a piece of warm-up paper, just a piece of copy white paper, okay? That's what we're going to be using to draw. All right, I have my lovely assistant here, Zachary, and he is going to be telling you, he's going to be reading to you what we want to make sure we keep in mind in order to have fun and have a successful video. So go for it, Zach.
Number 1, always try your best. Number 2, if you get frustrated, take a deep breath, count to 10, take a deep breath and try again. Number 3, everyone's art will turn out differently. Your artwork is uniquely yours. Number 4, art is not perfect.
Awesome. Are you ready to have some fun?
Yeah. Well, speaking of fun, my sister Sarah made up a rule to always have fun.
Yeah, we're going to have fun doing this art, okay? All right, so grab your pencil, and I'd like you to put your drawing aid off to the side just like this. And then just put your pencil down. And I want you to take your warm-up paper. And I've already done it to mine and I've already done it to Zach's, but I want you to fold your warm-up paper in half. Because we are going to be drawing a frog from 3 different perspectives. So the first perspective is going to be a frog facing the front, like this, okay? This one is a frog jumping up and down, like that, like leaping into the air. And this one, we're going to draw a frog from the side. The frog is facing to the side. So we're going to do 3 different, and then you will have a 4th panel that's going to be left over. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th panel that we don't draw on, between now and the next video, you are free to pick a how to draw a frog, one of these, and try it yourself, okay? All right, you ready to get started, Zach?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want you to take this one right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. So we're gonna start right in the middle of our paper here. This is the first panel we're gonna do. What shape does that look like to you, Zach?
An oval.
An oval. So let's
like
draw
an egg.
like an egg. An egg oval. So let's draw a big looking oval egg. Nice and big. Beautiful. Yes, that looks great. Awesome. Now, if you look over here to the next step, this was step 1. Now we're going to step 2 right here. What do you see up top. What shapes do you see right here?
Circles?
Yeah, but they're kind of
a half.
They're kind of a half of a circle, okay? So we're gonna do a half a circle here, and you might think that those are gonna be the ears, but guess what? Those are the eyes.
Yeah.
So draw your half circles, one on the right side, one on the left side, and then you can erase the line in between, okay? There we go. So we've done step 1, we did step 2, and now we're gonna add the face of our frog right here, Zach. So we can do the eyes up top. So we can go like this, little circles, and you can fill it in. Remember, this is just for practice. We don't need to erase a lot. We're just practicing. So it's okay just being okay with how we do it the first or second time. Maybe let's just say we erase one time at the most. Okay, so I have my 2 eyes. I have my circles for the inside of my eyes. Now I'm gonna do the smiling mouth right here. So I'm just gonna give this mouth a smile, just like this. And then I can give, it's like a half of a circle here or a big wide U. And then I can do little hatches right here for the mouth. And now I'm gonna come down to the front feet. The front feet are short and small. So I'm gonna do 2 lines down for foot number 1 and 2 lines down for foot number 2. And then I'm gonna give the frog some little webbed fingers. So maybe 4. I gave him 4 over here and 4 over there.
I'm gonna do 4 too.
And then right here where the lines cross over the feet, I can take my eraser and gently erase. Okay? So I'm done with step number 2, and I'm on to step number 3 right here, or step number 3. So 1, 2,
I accidentally
3.
erased my eyes instead of the bottom.
That's okay. That's okay. So now we just did step number 3. We're going to go on to step number 4 to finish off our frog. We can start up here with the mouth, way up here, and we can put the top of the mouth like this, and we can give the frog a tongue inside, which is a half circle also. So a lot of shapes, a lot of lines. So now I've done my mouth here, and I can move on to the big jumping legs in the back. See these big jumping legs? Right here, it almost looks like a half of a heart that I notice. So I'm gonna do on both sides. So on the right hand side, I'm gonna do a big jumping leg. Right here, it's gonna like a half of a heart, Zach. Up, and I'm gonna stop there. I'm not gonna finish my heart. And then I'm gonna, so this is the half of the heart right here, Zach.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna give them big webbed toes. 1, 2, 3, and come in.
Once we keep having erase.
You don't have to. You can be okay with the way it is without erasing. Okay, that's what we're going to be working on. This is just a warm-up. So you've done your half heart. Now give it 3 big webbed toes. And then you're going to do your half of a heart on the other side. And again, 3 big webbed toes. 1, 2, 3, and come in. And I'm all done with my frog facing forward. There you go. All right, I'm going to show you Zach's right here. Here's Zach's frog from the front.
It's a happy frog.
He's a happy frog. Okay, you ready for the next one, Zach?
It's a really happy frog. Yeah.
The next one's a little bit more detailed. So, on the back here, you have another how to draw a frog facing the front, but it's just a little bit different. This one has 8 steps. So if you'd like, after the video, you can follow this how to draw instruction for practice, okay? So we are done with that perspective. Now we're going to do a frog jumping up. So
That might be one of my favorite ones.
you think so? Okay, so flip it over. Your paper, flip it over. Now we're going to start with the first step. But look how high up the paper it goes because you have to have jumping legs down here. So I'm going to start with a circle.
You think this is the line where I should put him? Right here?
No, see here?
Mom, should I put his legs right here?
But we're going to start up here. So yes, the legs will end up there, but start here with his head. It's a, what shape do you see there?
Are we going to draw like all of the frogs really big? I mean, I did this frog really big.
Yes, I know. Yes, we are. What shape do you see here, Zach?
A circle.
So we're going to do a circle for the head. Zach, you need room.
This is too big.
You need room for your body. Yes.
Imagine that would be a head.
You wouldn't have much room for your body. So slow your pencil down, have a little bit more control, and just do a circle up here. There you go. Awesome. Beautiful. Okay, now look here, Zach. This one is kind of like a circle, but it gets cut off right here where the head is.
Kind of like an oval.
A little bit like an oval, you think? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're done with step one. We have our circle up above and then our circle right below. And now we're going on to step two, and it's just the arms reaching up because the frog is going to be jumping. So it's 2 lines going up on the right, 2 lines going up on the left, and we're done with step 2. Now we're going to do the jumpy legs. The jumpy legs bend at the knees, so it goes out, in. I'm going to go out, in on this side, 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
And then on the right side, 1 and 2. If you need to pause the video because you need a little bit more time, you pause the video. If you're right with us, then we're going to keep going. We're on to step number 4, which is just to give the webbed hands and the webbed feet.
You know how it's not really jumping? Mine has to be not really jumping too.
Okay.
Because it's really close.
So now I'm going to do the hands up here. Goes like this, like this. They're like little, it almost looks like spider webs. You scoop them, okay? You go out and then scoop, 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 and connect. One more. Yeah, now connect. And do another one over here. That looks great. Come over here on this hand. And then you're going to do the same thing for the feet. You're doing, oh, you know what? Wait for the little circles because that's step number 5.
Oh.
Okay, and then do the same thing for the feet. You come down and then you scoop it in, scoop it in, scoop it in, and come in. Again, you come out, scoop, 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 and in. So we have our webbed feet, our webbed hands. That was number 4.
You know this thing? Mine just might be like that.
Okay. Okay, now do the feet, and then we're going to move on to step number 5, which is doing the little circles.
I hit my knee on the table.
You okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to add little circles to the top of the hands. So yep, you got it. Little circles like this. On each little point for the hands. We're on step number 5, and you'll notice that it's the parts that you're doing for each step are in red.
Oh, like this? No.
Yeah, that looks great. Now move on to the next one. This is just a warm up.
Oh yeah.
We're just warming up.
It is. Wait.
Okay. Done with step 5. We're moving on to step number 6, which is the frog's face. Okay? So I'm going to give the frog, I'm going to erase right at the very top for the eyes. I'm going to kind of erase the tip top of its head. And I'm going to give the frog 2 circle eyes up top, 1 and 2, and they're touching each other. 2 circles touching each other up top. So I erased right there. I erased first so that it makes it a little easier. And then I'm going to put little eyeballs inside. And then I'm going to give them a little tiny nose, and the tiny nose that they use are just tiny little circles, 1 and 2. 2 tiny circles for the nose. And the last step right here is to give the frog a mouth. And the mouth is going to come down and smile like that. That's his smiling mouth. Beautiful. And now we did step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're on to step number 7. It looks like our frog is done. Step 7, 8, and 9 is adding a little bit of background. So we can do some lily pads. So we could do a lily pad down here. We could do a lily pad over here.
No, not this.
And a lily pad over here. And then here we can add some water. So it looks like the top of the water is above up here. So you can go like this and add a little bit of a squiggly water line. And then you can add some other little squiggly water lines around like that. And then the last step, which we are not going to do, would be to color it in. So we're going to leave it.
Hold on. We need to do some.
Oh, the sun. Okay, we can give it the sun. Here's the sun. So we just finished with this how-to drawing. It looks great. Zach, I'm going to show him yours. I just showed him mine. They're uniquely different. Mine looks different from Zach's, which I love that they look different. Good job, buddy. All right, so we have done.
Wait, hold on.
What would you
I
like
need
to
to
do?
add this on.
Okay, you're going to add the sun. So we've done 2 different perspectives. We did forward facing.
Well,
and
we're almost done.
We are. We're just going to do one more.
This might actually take less than 30 minutes.
It might. So we have our frog forward facing. You can do this one on your own. We have our frog jumping up in the air. Now we're going to do the profile frog. So open up your paper. So here's your warm up so far.
The legs are going to be kind of easy because it's just like 3 like toes and arms, 3 fingers.
Yeah, it's just going to be kind of half the frog. So open it up and turn it over.
Mom, this is kind of like a book.
It is like a book.
Of pictures, not of words.
Right. And then I'm going to just fold mine and work on one side. So go ahead.
Oh, that's a great idea. I won't do that.
Okay, you do what's comfortable for you. I'm going to fold mine over.
Wait,
Zach has decided, are you going to leave yours open and draw?
So we're doing it on this side?
Just one side. Because the last side we're going to leave blank and everyone can do their own, okay?
Okay, let's start.
Okay, so here, this is step number 1. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps. Now, I saved this one for the last because this one is a little bit more technical. It's more about lines than shapes. So look at the lines here.
Our last one was like lines and shapes.
Yeah, this one's more about lines. So look up here.
More about like they draw like they see a frog and they draw it.
Yeah, and here I'm gonna. I'd like you to be able to view yours too, because you're at a different angle than me. Okay, so look, Zach, we're gonna come up the eye and around the nose like this. Okay, so I'm gonna come, and you can do this kind of in the middle of your paper. So I'm gonna do an eye like this, and then the side of the face like that.
Oh wait, hold on. I want to draw mine right here. Like that. Inside face. like that.
Great, now we're on to step 2. And we're gonna put a little line right here where that first eye is. And that's the eye that you can't see. Look, if you look at where it's finished over here, it's the eye on the other side of its body. So I'm gonna just do a little line. I'm gonna do that line. And then I'm gonna do the little lines for the nose right here. It's 2 lines for the nose area. And then I'm gonna give the front eye to the frog right here. It's a circle. And then they did a circle inside. And if you want, you can color in that circle because that's just the eyeball. You can color that circle inside like this, Zach. If you want, or you can leave it uncolored. Your choice. I'm gonna color mine in.
I should have done it with the tongue sticking out so it could catch a fly.
Well, at the end we can do that. Okay?
Okay.
So go ahead.
No, we couldn't do this one because we have to follow the instructions.
Well, I'll show you how we can add a tongue if we want at the end. Okay? So we did step 1, we did step 2, we're on to step number 3.
And that could just go like up because the fly might be up.
The fly might be up. Okay, so look at the step number 3, Zach. It's the back of the frog. So it kind of comes down like this and then around like that. Ooh, you need a lot more room. You're cutting off his body. Okay, let's try that again. Have it come all the way out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the way out.
There we go. Beautiful. Now we're gonna do the part where the throat and the neck area. Okay, and that what? There you go. Beautiful. Just a line down.
Oh, this was the mouth?
This was the mouth right there. Yeah, right there. Okay.
But can you make it smiling, like add a line for it to smile?
If you want, sure. Now look at this. Step number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's doing the leg, and look how detailed they really did a lot of details here. We don't have to get that detailed. We're just gonna do our best. So I'm gonna do the upper part of the arm.
Why are they circles in there?
And just to give them spots. Some frogs have spots.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the front of the arm, the top of the arm. Comes out like this, just like that, like that. And then I'm gonna have the arm come down. And then I'm gonna give, it has 1, 2, 3 fingers. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 fingers. I'm doing the best I can do. And then I'm gonna bring up the back side of the arm and come on up like that. There you go. And then bring up the back side of the arm all the way up. Beautiful. Awesome. And then you can connect the belly like that. Okay,
Wow,
so we just did.
Looks good.
It looks beautiful. We did step number 5, and now we're going to go to step number 6, and it's just the back leg. But the back leg is kind of hidden by the body.
You mean the back arm?
The back arm, excuse me. Yes, this is the
There's
front.
no back leg on this.
You're right. This is the front of the arm, the front arm facing us, and this is the front arm that is on the other side of his body. So all it is the frog's fingers. So 1, 2, and 3. All it is the frog's fingers. So that's just step number 6. All right, you ready for step number 7? Actually, that's really funny because picture 7 and number 8 are the same thing. So it's really just step number 7. Okay, this part is the back leg. Now this is the jumpy part of the leg right here, Zach. See how it's like a U? There you go. That looks great for his front leg. So
No, his front arm.
his front arm. I know I keep saying leg. Now look here, Zach. See this part right here? This is the jumpy part. So here I'm just gonna do a U that connects. It's almost like, watch this, Zach. It's almost like it spirals like this. So it spirals, it goes, oh, like that. Yeah, there we go. Now we're gonna do the big webbed back feet. So it goes
You mean
1,
front feet?
No, this is the hind leg. 1, 2, 3. There's his webbed, the way that they're doing it, webbed foot. And one more.
Mine are way too big.
No, they're supposed to be. The back ones are bigger than the front ones.
No, a little bit bigger, not way bigger.
Okay. All right. You get the 3 web feet. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. Connect it. And then all we have to do, look, is the underbelly. Connect the underbelly just across.
Wait, no. Don't do it.
Okay, so now I have finished the details, or the basic part of my frog. And if you want, you can add the little spots that they added. So you can add little...
we have to go like...
Yeah, that looks great. So now you can just add a couple little spots around. I just added those 3 spots. 1, 2, 3, and then there's a spot by his eye. You can put a little spot there. All right, so we are all done with this perspective from the side. This is called a side profile. You only see half this side of the frog, okay? When we're doing our Frogland, you might have your frog facing to the left. You could have your frog facing to the right. You get to decide, okay? So I'm going to show you Zach's. I'm done. Here's Zach's. He's done with his 3rd, almost.
Yep.
Beautiful. So we have 3 different ones. So what I'm going to do, Zach, can I have your paper? Because I want to point out how art is uniquely different. So I'm going to show yours and I'm going to show mine, okay? So here we go. Forward facing. Here's 2 different forward facing. Now, frogs leaping up. 2 different frogs leaping up. And the last one is a side profile. 2 different ones here.
Wait, hold on.
What are you gonna add? Oh, you're coloring his eye in? Okay.
Yeah.
So here, Zach colored the eye in. So now we have 2 frogs facing, looking to the left, okay? So Zach's art is uniquely his, mine art is uniquely mine. And the next time we come back, we are gonna bring our warm-up paper. We're gonna bring our 2 drawing aids with us, and we are going to be bringing our big piece of white paper, and we are going to do some frogs and creating a background behind them. They're going to be in a scene, a Frogland. Okay, this is called Frogland. So that one's Sarah's.
Mom, look.
This one's just
getting a fly.
I know, and I said we were going to do the tongue. Sorry, we didn't do the tongue. We can do it when we actually do the lesson. So here that tongue is licking up to get that fly.
And this fly.
And that frog is actually jumping, and it's jumping to the side. So we can do all sorts of things. So that one's jumping to the side. This one right here is facing forward, and then another frog over here is leaping off to the side. So we're going to get super creative. We're all going to make our own. So when you come back for the next video, you're ready to draw some frogs and their surroundings, and it's going to be you're going to be creating your own Frogland. So thanks for joining us for this first lesson. I'd like you to put your warm-up paper, your drawing aids. I want you to paper clip them back in with your art supplies and have them all ready to go for the next time when we come back for video number 2. And we look forward to doing the next video with you. You want to say bye, Zach?
Bye.
Bye.